Kim Jong-un wife rules. Intro. Welcome to Explore and Discover Curious World, your personal portal to uncover quirky curiosities and stories that will make you go, really? Today, we're taking you to North Korea, where Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un doesn't just rule with an iron fist but also imposes bizarre rules on his First Lady. Ready to discover the 10 most absurd rules forced on Kim Jong-un's wife? Brace yourselves because this will leave you speechless. And if you think you've heard it all, think again. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this list of the incredible and downright strange. Oh, and a little tip, keep some snacks handy, because this story will keep you glued until the end. We promise moments of sheer disbelief, and maybe even a laugh or two. Number 10, hair and clothes under strict control. Let's start with a classic. Mrs. Kim cannot decide how to cut her hair or what clothes to wear. She must always look like the perfect traditional North Korean woman. Want to rebel with a trendy haircut? Forget it. Tradition comes first, because, you know, a bob cut could threaten the regime's stability. The most curious part? Even soldiers' wives must follow these rules. So, say goodbye to ponytails or soft waves. In North Korea, personal style is considered both a luxury and a threat. And think about those who dare to wear an accessory out of place. This isn't just about fashion, it's about politics. A scarf that's too flashy could be considered a declaration of war. And you thought office dress codes were bad. Number 9, mandatory name change. Birth name? A distant memory. After marriage, dear Kim gets to choose a new name. And it doesn't stop there. Even her relatives must change their identities. It's as if the North Korean government is saying, who you are doesn't matter, now you're who we say you are. This method of control is so strict that even official documents are rewritten to erase any trace of the past. It's like an identity reset that leaves you speechless. And you thought changing your last name after marriage was complicated. Imagine how surreal it must be to explain to your friends that you'll never be called by your old name again. And what about distant relatives? Do they have a manual to remember all the new family names? Number 8, always under surveillance. Privacy? In North Korea, it doesn't exist, especially not for the First Lady. Every step, every breath, even a trip to the bathroom is monitored. Imagine living in a 24/7 reality show without a grand prize. Terrifying, right? But there's more. Even Mrs. Kim's family is constantly watched. A cousin, back in 1998, was executed for revealing personal information. So, yeah, this isn't a joke. It's no wonder daily life is so tense. This makes Big Brother look like a Sunday picnic. And let's not forget the hidden cameras. The First Lady's house probably looks more like a Mission Impossible set than an official residence. One has to wonder, do they even manage to sleep peacefully? Number 7, freedom of movement? None. Want to go for a walk? You need Kim's permission. Want to leave without an official event? Not happening. The villa becomes a golden cage, but a cage nonetheless. And even if she steps out, never alone. Every move is accompanied by a fleet of guards and officials. And you complain when your mom wants to know where you're going? Here's an interesting detail, even holidays are planned. No spontaneous Christmas celebrations or New Year's trips. Everything must be approved by the big boss. So much for spontaneity. Number 6, goodbye, family. Forget Sunday lunches with mom and dad. Kim's wife hasn't seen her parents in years. Why? They might leak sensitive information. Because, of course, a family dinner is the perfect place for a coup. And then there's the awkwardness. How do you explain that your husband makes you eat cow placenta? It's a situation that leaves little room for affectionate relationships. And don't forget about siblings. Do they even get to send greeting cards? Maybe those need official approval too. The concept of family in North Korea is a true mystery. Number 5. No phone, no internet. Forget WhatsApp, TikTok, or even an old-fashioned phone call. Technology is banned to prevent information leaks. Maybe that's why Kim doesn't know how popular memes about him are. And imagine, no family photos, no cat selfies, no video calls with friends. The First Lady is practically cut off from the modern world. Imagine a life where you can't even search for recipes online. Even the smallest digital pleasures are denied. And for those who think a technology detox sounds relaxing, try living a day like Mrs. Kim. Number 4. Mandatory diet with cow placenta. Yes, you heard that right. To improve luck and ensure the birth of a male child, Mrs. Kim must eat cow placenta. And you complain about eating broccoli. This diet, besides being questionable, is non-negotiable. Even North Korean nutritionists, if they exist, must get Kim's approval to suggest alternatives. It's a diet that would challenge even the strongest stomachs. Here's a thought: who prepares these meals? Is there an official placenta chef? It's a truly unique job, wouldn't you say? Number 3. Obligation to have male children. The pressure to produce a male heir is real. Can't do it? You risk being replaced. Thankfully, in 2017, Mrs. Kim had a son. Good thing, or her resume as dictator's wife might not have ended well. Previous wives of other leaders in the Kim family were replaced or, worse, disappeared. It's a family policy that makes Game of Thrones look like a kid's show. Here's the question: how is this requirement communicated? Is there an official manual for future North Korean mothers? It's a pressure that would give anyone anxiety. Number 2. Foot kissing. This isn't just a metaphor. Before going to bed, Mrs. Kim must kiss her husband's feet. And you thought ironing shirts was too much. This ritual is a tradition taught to future first ladies during an intensive 6-month course. Yes, you heard that right, there's a school for becoming a dictator's wife. Subjects include how to bow correctly and how to demonstrate devotion without fail. One wonders, is there a final exam? A graduation ceremony? Imagine having to perform the ritual in front of a jury to pass the test. Number 1. No political opinions allowed. The golden rule: never express political opinions. Not even an innocent joke about the palace curtain colors. Kim decides everything, and the wife follows. End of story. This enforced neutrality is so extreme that even Mrs. Kim's public appearances are meticulously planned to avoid conveying any emotion. And to think elsewhere, a wrong tweet can cause a scandal. And have you ever wondered what happens if she accidentally voices an opinion? We'll probably never know, but it's a question that leaves us with many doubts. Conclusion: we've reached the end of this list of absurd rules. Now, tell me, which one shocked you the most? Write it in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the Explore and Discover Curious World channel to uncover more curiosities and strange news from around the world. Leave a like, share the video, and see you on the next adventure. And here's the question of the day: if you were in Kim's wife's shoes, which rule would you break first?